So before we get into how to hold your guitar, we're first going to go over the anatomy of the guitar, all the different parts of the guitar, so that you know what they are before we get into the actual course here. So this is your guitar. This is the headstock of your guitar, where your tuning pegs are. Obviously, you've got the strings that run down the neck of your guitar. So right here, this middle part's called your neck. And you'll see when you look at your neck, there are a bunch of different metal pieces running down. Those are called frets. And later we'll talk about how to use these frets when playing your guitar. But just know that the metal pieces running down are frets. And when I talk about a fret, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the body of your guitar, the big part down here. If you've got an electric, this is where all your electronics are. You'll notice down the middle here, I have some pickups down here. And this is what, when you plug into amp, this is what's going to send a signal to your amp so that you get a louder sound. So your pickups, down here we have bridge pickups. Your guitar might only have 2 pickups. You might have one down here and one up here. This guitar actually has 3 pickups, and I have a switch down here. You can hear that clicking. That changes between my pickups. So depending on what sound you're looking for, moving this will give different sounds by picking up each of the different pickups. So mine has 5 different settings. So if I have it all the way to the top, picks up my top pickup, all the way to the back, picks up my bridge pickup. So you can play around with that. I wouldn't get too involved with it too much yet. You'll also have a couple knobs, usually a volume knob. This is my volume knob, and a tone knob. Again, something you can play with to get a specific tone out of your guitar. Up here we have the nut of the guitar where your strings are running through. You also have this on an acoustic guitar. Your acoustic guitar won't have pickups if it doesn't have an electronic aspect to it. You can get a pickup put into your guitar if it doesn't have electronics, but some acoustic guitars come with pickups. You won't see them on the outside like this. Usually they're built inside to the guitar for aesthetically pleasing reasons, but sometimes you'll see people with the pickup that runs across the hole in the acoustic to use as a pickup. So down the road, if you want to put a pickup in your guitar, if you bought a nice expensive guitar, you can do that. Also, so down here we have the bridge, and this is all the parts down here is where you would take your guitar to get set up. Remember how we talked about if you bought a new guitar to get it set up? The guitar shop will be able to play with this down here, because this is going to fix what's called the intonation of the guitar, and just make sure that the strings sound good whether you're playing them up here or down here. It just really balances out the guitar. Can also change the action of your strings, whether your strings are further away from the neck or closer to the neck. The closer your strings are to the neck, usually the easier it is to play, but that's a personal preference. That's something you can experiment with down the road. I think that's most of the parts. If you do have an electric, there's usually an input for that 1/4-inch cable, and then you'll have your guitar strap pegs right here and down here. On some acoustics, you only have 1 peg for your guitar strap. You might have to get a string to tie the top end of your strap up here. You could also get one put in on your guitar, and depending, sometimes they're right against the body, sometimes they're at the top. Depends on the style of guitar you buy. Other than that, that is the majority of the things that you're going to need to know about your guitar. So now we can get into actually how to hold your guitar so that we can start playing. So I'll see you there.